Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Peace on the Streets Radio Show.
Hey!
And I'm your host, Prince of the Sun.
Love it. And your girl, Mimi Mala with...
And Yoleva, what's up, everybody?
How everybody doing? We thank you all for tuning in to Peace on the Streets Radio Show. And guess what, Neo?
What's up, Prince?
Well, we have Cynthia Harris coming in tonight.
Woo!
She's our political advocate.
Word up,
She
word
keep
up.
us informed on what's going on out there in the political realm.
Come on.
It's a good time for her because
Yes.
we just passing some crazy laws in Florida.
For
right
real.
now.
Especially in our city.
Really?
I believe it was SB L18 that was just passed that made it illegal to transport undocumented immigrants. So like if you were born in this country and you that makes you a citizen, you could go to jail for driving your parents if they're illegal in your car.
Really?
Yeah. That's the
Wow.
kind of laws we're dealing with right now. And that's just a little taste of it. I'm definitely.
I wonder what this because of Trump. You know, Trump was pushing for this kind of stuff
It's
too,
DeSantis
man.
that-
Yeah, DeSantis. But
Oh, so
DeSantis
that's
that put it
DeSantis.
that's
forward.
DeSantis' do boy.
Oh my goodness,
Is he?
he's some boy.
He's definitely some boy.
Yeah,
All right.
he's a boy. He's a,
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, what he's doing.
Man.
but I don't like what they're gonna do with him. For us, they saying if he run for president, he still can go back and get his seat back.
Yeah.
With
He just changed the law
the
so
governor.
that you could run for president as the governor, which
Right.
wasn't the case before. You had to stop being a governor in order to go run for
Wow.
a president.
That's what I didn't like. I don't like that, man. I mean, you give your
How's it
seat
possible?
up. Give your
How
seat
can he do it
up.
all? Is it possible?
He's cheating hard.
Yeah, man.
He's cheating hard. He's moving some laws around with
Yes, he is.
the Republican majority that he has here in Florida.
Uh-huh.
And he knows that he gets a lot of support here because he's with the whole, just by rallying people against wokeness.
Right.
He gathers a lot of support and he's doing a lot of stuff, but it's coming to light now.
Yeah, because you know
people
what
are
he
seeing
did
it.
with blacks. He said that, hey, we don't want to hear nothing about your history. We're
Yeah.
not teaching it in school.
Nope. No critical race theory, nothing about being gay or drag.
I can't
or
believe how
nothing.
blunt they are with it. You know, it's just
So Cynthia Harris, she will be in tonight, and we will talk about it, and we'll ask a question, tough question. What can we do?
I want to ask this because I'm not sure if this is real or not, but I did read an article that they're changing the policy downtown Orlando for drinking at 12 midnight instead
Whoa.
of 2 a.m.
That is going to hurt so many businesses.
That
It's a
is
wrap.
gonna-
It's no longer
yeah.
downtown, no longer the nightlife.
There's
We
no
already
way they
was
can
killing it
pass
on
that.
2 o'clock. A lot of people are like, 2 o'clock?
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
just getting to
Miami's
12.
4.
Yeah.
Miami's, New York is 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
always has been behind time. Like I know at one time it was 2 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock. Now 12 o'clock, really?
Yeah, I
You
really
think
want to ask
because
for
of
this.
Disney? I wonder because it's Disney. But that really don't have nothing to do with Disney because that's downtown Orlando.
Yeah, it's totally different. It's not.
It
It's
is
not
totally
the same at all.
At all.
Yeah, it's
So-
weird. There's a weird congregation of very conservative people in
Yeah.
Florida
Uh-huh.
that push laws here, despite what everybody else wants.
Right.
You know, like they wipe their butt with what the people want.
Yeah.
as
Oh,
we
man,
know
who
most of the time.
cares?
But are
Who
they worried
cares?
about like the businesses down there, how they're gonna survive? It's nightlife,
Yeah,
guys. I mean, it's
right.
also day, but that's the only place really for nightlife.
Cynthia
Yeah.
Harris, you need to get here. We got
For real.
questions.
Yes.
People be driving to Orlando for from an hour away,
Right.
Because it's
Yes.
the only place around. Like
Right.
even if you go to like Leesburg and all these other places, there ain't really stuff like there is
That's right.
downtown
Yeah,
It's
Orlando.
there.
like people from Ybor City, Tampa come down here downtown.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you, got a good nightlife. Kissimmee, they downtown area is nice.
It is. It is pretty.
I never
You know,
been.
It's pretty
oh
nice.
man,
Yeah.
downtown Kissimmee. I'm gonna tell you, it was
chill.
dead at first, until the Latino, the Spanish community took
Uh-oh.
over.
You already know.
Am I right? And man, and them people came from New York, and man, they
Yeah.
changed them laws. They got all them old cowboys and hillbillies up out of them. Now Spanish
Oh,
is running Kissimmee.
Facts though.
I'm telling you, they are running
facts.
But
Kissimmee.
they still have rodeo day, so it's still there. Like,
do love a
tradition's
rodeo day.
still
Yeah, no,
there.
they ain't finna
It's
take
a-
that money because that
Yeah,
place is jam packed.
It
Come
is,
rodeo
it is.
day.
Yeah, I
And there's
heard.
so-
I'd love to see it.
But
in
there's a
life.
lot of construction going on in Kissimmee, like nowhere else. Like
Uh-huh.
like apartment buildings and
Yeah.
complexes. There's, I mean, honestly, countless. like huge complexes that are being built all over Kissimmee. Like in the Loop, there's 3. By my house, there's 2 different ones getting
Wow.
built.
And they're nice
And-
too.
And yeah, they're pretty nice. A lot of people are moving down here, like from New York, California, and all that good
Yes,
stuff. so-
California for
Well,
sure.
well, you know they call
It's
Kissimmee
interesting.
little Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
They do, like literally. Like I go down there, and if I don't speak Spanish, they get mad at me.
Oh Lord! I'm giving a shout out to Puerto Rico and all my friends.
Hey,
down there, you
Boricuas,
guys.
what's going on?
Boricua.
So one of our hot topics tonight is step parents. Are they underrated? Are they unappreciated? If you're a step parent, we'd like to hear from you tonight because we know a lot of people grow up and the step parents stood in the pain with them, and all of a sudden when they get grown, they don't call them, they don't text them, they don't wish them nothing happy birthday. So step parents, call in tonight and let us know how you feel about them ungrateful kids.
Some ungrateful kids.
407-894-1680.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and you know what else is out of control? The job market, fam.
Is
The job
it?
market is out of control. So I was doing a little research into this because I keep hearing people talking about how hard it is. So I went out and tried to do a couple applications. I applied to over 10 different places. None of them answered back, and I had to lie because most of the places wanted like a master's degree, and they wanted at least 4 years of experience in the field. And we're talking about like entry level positions. Like
Really?
the higher ones were like 7-8 years of experience and stuff
Whoa.
like that. Man, it is crazy hard to get a
Interesting.
job.
Is
And
it?
It is so difficult.
But they're saying
That's
that people don't want to work. That it's
Maybe
people-
that's why
it's not-
they don't want to work because they can't.
There was a recent
They're not
study.
hiring them.
There was a recent study that showed that a lot of those listings are fake. That companies
Yes.
will put out fake job
Correct.
hiring just to make it look like the company's booming.
Okay.
They're like, oh yeah, we're always hiring, but you never actually get hired.
And some of them are scammers too. They actually go and to hire. They say, "Give us money so that we can check your background, drug test."
There's
all
a
this
whole lot of that,
nature.
too.
Yeah, and then they deliver, and then it's a fake article. It was a fake.
Well,
fake company
I
ad.
got
Fake company ad,
something
yeah.
that someone said. Please forward. It's the FAA will be hiring air traffic controllers soon.
Ooh.
Applications open May the 5th through the 8th. If you know someone, young folks between 18 and 30,
Oh, wow.
tell them to go to www.faa.gov/b #ATC. Salary ranging between 103 to 164,000.
Shoo.
Wow.
And you go to
That's wild.
www.faa.gov/#B
Shoot.
#@ salary range between 103. And I'm gonna give it to you, Mimi,
Right.
and you can share it. Cynthia Harris gave it to me.
Oh, it's amazing. Then that's official. I need to have that so I can share that on our webpage. And guys, if you have any questions, just give us a call 407-894-1680.
We got to get a song in, you guys. We want to thank WOKB 1680, Ashante, Glenn, Drina, Chris, everybody at the station.
That's right.
For allowing us to do what we do right
Come
here
on,
Peace on the
it's
Street.
a beautiful thing.
Let's get some jams in tonight, you guys. We got a lot to talk about.
We
Call
do.
in tonight, you all.
Call in, guys. Don't be scared. Really quickly, big shout out to California. Just got to say, there's a correction facility out there that they're listening to us right now, California, Cocorina.
Welcome back to Peace on the Streets radio show.
Ow!
I hope you guys enjoyed that 45-minute jam. It was nothing but all smooth R&B
Come on,
jams.
no
you guys.
commercials. Come on.
Yeah, that's how we have to do it. Every now and then, you guys, we just like to just jam out.
We should.
You know,
This is a music station.
for sure. So sometimes we're going to give it to you. We're going to give it to you all the way, you guys.
That's right.
So we have a special guest in.
Woo.
Her name is Cynthia Harris. Says she's not a politician. She is an advocate and a fighter for the people.
Huge.
I mean, she's so much wonderful things this girl is do, and she sits on so many boards because everybody wants a part of her to do something
Yeah.
for what for their organization. So we want to welcome to Peace on the Streets.
Cynthia Harris. Come on.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming and tell us what's going on in the world. We know right now a lot of laws are being passed and
Right under our nose.
and things that we don't know about. So that's why we have you here to kind of just let us know what's going on and what should we be doing.
Yes.
That's the main thing. What should we be doing in this crazy times we live in with all these laws being passed?
So you really need to be preparing yourself to vote for the people that stand for you and stand by you. Often we have people that look like us that are not for us, and it's time to change that narrative.
Really?
We definitely need to pay attention. We have so many people who are registered to vote, and they don't exercise their right to democracy. They don't get out and vote. What's the purpose of going to register if you're not going to exercise your right to vote? We pay attention to presidential elections, but we don't look at our local elections. Local elections impact us immediately. So if you're living in a municipality such as the city of Orlando has a race coming up in November, you have Apopka and not Apopka, Ocoee. Ocoee has a special election coming up soon.
Interesting.
Okay.
And so, and that's for a commissioner seat. So you have these municipalities that are sometimes not on the presidential years. They may be on the off years, or they may be on an odd year, but you should pay attention to it, because you have to understand that people died for your right to vote.
Yeah.
This is the most powerful thing that you can do is vote. Blood, sweat, and tears is powerful, because this is the only time that if you never own a business, never been an entrepreneur, this is the business that you're in, whether you want to be or not. You are in charge. You hire and fire. And these are the people that make decisions for you every single day. And if you be silent, you consent to all of the stuff that you're seeing that's happening to you.
And to me, for us voting, it's like a slap in the face from everyone that stood in them lines. Dogs were sicked on them. A lot of people got killed at the voting booth and lynched. They come in late at night and say, "Hold on, we found that you voted against Mr. Harold," and they hang you. It's a dirty.
Just registering to vote. If there were voter registration drives that were done, and people died, not just black people, but whites as well, that were fighting it on the front lines with us so that we can have the right to vote. In 1920, you had women finally having the opportunity to vote. However, my grandmother, and both of my grandmothers were age 4 and 5 when white women had the right to vote. It wasn't until 1965 when my grandmothers were eligible to vote for the first time. And fortunate for me, I had a grandmother who lived to be 102, and she was fortunate enough to vote for the first black president.
Okay, nice.
So
That's like, I can't imagine how she felt.
Wow.
right, because she's seen a lot.
Yeah.
She didn't even have rights before. In 1965,
It's a whole different.
Right.
that's not that long ago if you really think about it.
And ladies, y'all didn't have rights either. They were only talking
Period.
about y'all. Didn't
Right.
women didn't
That's
have
not that
rights.
long ago, Prince.
No, I'm telling you.
Why do you think we still go through the fact of not getting paid as much as men?
It's not even
Absolutely.
100 years. I mean, 55, 60 years, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It's really nothing. It kind of just happened.
Yeah.
But that's why
Yeah.
we're still fighting for it in different ways.
And that's what they say. America need to have their mouth shut when they talk about other countries and their regimes and the things that they've going through, and they need to keep their mouth shut.
Because they're still going through it.
They're
they still don't
going
have the
through it,
women's
you
rights and all
know,
that nature.
You know, it's crazy.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, in a lot of countries, women still don't have rights.
Right.
So when you're talking about voting, don't just go and register to vote and then never show up to the polls,
True.
Right.
because your silence is consent.
So don't take it for granted.
What are some good candidates that we should be looking into?
Yes,
for
great
this-
question.
this election?
Well, the playing field is very large. In the city of Orlando, you have several candidates that are running for mayor. So you have two top names that are the current mayor, and you have
Buddy
former-
Dyers.
Buddy Dyer,
Okay.
and the former Commissioner Samuel Ings.
Okay.
So those are the two that I know about. There are others in that particular race, and then you have districts 2, 4, and 6, and some in District 2 and 4. Well, District 2, no one has declared, as far as I know, to run yet.
Okay.
Patty Sheehan is the current commissioner for District 4, so she has declared to run. and then 6 it has not been a declaration. But you want to pay attention to that city race that's coming up in November, because we've been fighting for the things that we should already have.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you're talking about candidates and people for mayor, we have an opportunity to have our first black mayor. If you're in the city of Orlando,
Nice.
if you vote for Samuel Ings.
Samuel Ings.
So
I heard that Buddy Dyers
Look him up.
wasn't really running no more until they heard Singh was in it, and he changed his mind. That's what I heard. Inside story.
that kind of seems to be the narrative. I don't know that to be factual, but if you look at it, Commissioner Ings, he ran before. And he did well when he ran before.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing of it is, it's time for change.
Right.
So, we've had tyranny for 20 years.
Time up.
And it's time for us to change the narrative.
Yeah.
If you want change, you have to be the change that you want to see. So when you're talking about our commissioners and you're talking about our mayor, these are the people that affect change immediately. You don't have to wait for the federal government to get your roads paved. These are the people that have direct impact in making sure that your roads are paved. You have homelessness. We've had homelessness. It's in an influx right now.
Right.
is.
Yeah.
And so when you look at the current leadership of who's in there now and things that haven't been done, isn't it time that you change the narrative and make a shift and change to get somebody that might do something better, something different?
With that note, we got to get a song in, and you guys, we need to start voting some people out. Let's get some fresh blood in, because I
agree.
The city is in uproar.
I do want to
mean,
give a little background of
Okay.
which is called Holling. I guess that's apparently his full last name. But I want to give a little brief synopsis about him. His background is pretty interesting. You guys got to check him out.
Okay.
He's it seems to be a born breed here. And I'll give you a little history of his family. So when we'll come back, we're going to talk about that. Let's give a little information about these candidates and make you guys have your decision.
I love
It's
it.
exciting.
Keep it locked right here to Peace on the Streets Radio Show.
Woo! With Cynthia Harris in the building.
Yeah.
So let's get back to
Come on.
politics.
Yes.
She liked the politics now.
So real quick, speaking of one of the candidates that Cynthia Harris was mentioning, his last name is Haling, if I'm not mistaken. He's from Orlando. He's raised
Sam Ings.
Sam Ings. It says Haling. Wonder why. Is that his proper last name?
No, it's saying hailing from Orlando.
Haling from Orlando.
So meaning he's born and bred.
So he's born breed right here in Orlando, right? So he is raised by a pastor of a mother and Orlando's first black detective for a father.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He graduated from Boone High School in 1970, and he was a police cadet for 2 years, and also he joined the police force in 1973, and he retired as a police commander in 2014. So he has definitely,
Paved the way.
Yes, and left so many marks that there's even new generations that have created new paved the ways for others, in his family.
Correct.
So, what do you think of him as a candidate? Have you met him?
Yeah, I know him.
Okay. Cynthia, keep it real. I know you will. What do you think?
I know him, and like I said, a lot of people, especially in our community, you'll see a lot of people say, Sam was a commissioner and he didn't do anything. Well, did you ask him? Did he do anything? Have you looked at his resume, or do you go by just talk? We're so busy chattering about people who are movers and shakers, like celebrities that you don't know, but you don't get to know the people that are right here in your own community that are making a detrimental impact on your everyday lives.
So we have to pretty much, I kind of would say, look for the underdogs a little bit, because the ones that are in your face with the marketing, the signs, in your face constantly, they just got a little bit more support financially. It doesn't mean they're meant to be that position.
Absolutely. So if you look at the city of Orlando and the state of the city, look at our streets. Homelessness. It's not improving. It's
At all.
It's getting worse.
Yes.
They just got $58 million for homelessness. And they announced that they were going to use $600,000 for housing. Do the math.
What the world?
That's not adding up.
So so when you're talking about people like Sam Ings, Sam Eames is going to make a difference because he doesn't put on blinders. He has peripheral vision. He sees what's going on in the community. So, when you're wanting somebody that's born, bred, knows the community, knows the people, those are the kind of candidates you want. You don't want the people that give you a lot of fluff. And, we've had that for a long time in our leadership.
Yes.
And it's time to look at those candidates and make sure that you're putting the right people in there so that you can see some change. Because right now we don't see change.
It only makes
And we
sense.
need to hold them accountable. What have you done? What have you done for violence in the community? Like you said, with homelessness.
Holding them
What
accountable
have
is
you
not voting
done?
them back in office. And I'll say this real quick. Mind blowing. I was at Walmart and I had a homeless person approach me. He actually fought with me. He threw food at me, everything.
Wow.
And I know I haven't had this in a long time. So I went to the Walmart and they had to bring security out and watch me, follow me, and all that nature. So I asked, how is this possible? Why are they just? He lives there. And he put food on my car. That's how we started fighting. Well, he wanted to fight me. And so he was putting food on my hood, food on my roof because he wanted the birds to attack my car or something of that nature.
wow.
So I asked them what's going on. They said the hospital across the street releases the homeless. They don't support it. They can't. There's nothing to help support them. They release them and they go in there because they're hungry, they're starving, and have low electrolytes and they're
But
adding
mental health
vitamins.
is real.
That's
it. So you have to understand that when we're all a paycheck short from being homeless.
Oh,
Yeah, facts.
So when you're talking about mental health, that's something that's not really properly funded. It's talked about, and that's why you have to find candidates that believe in that. And with Sam Eames, he's not afraid of authority, so he's going to push the envelope. He's kind of like me, but on the quiet side.
Oh.
So I'm the big mouth and he's the quiet one.
I need you both.
Yeah, I was looking up, and Florida has a surplus of $21 billion, which that may sound good, like in like household terms, right? Like if your household has a surplus of any amount of money, that's a great thing. But when it comes to the government, that $21 billion of surplus is actually money that was given mostly by the federal government to the states, and then the states are supposed to use that money to better people's lives, but they choose to hold on to it instead of dispersing it to the people.
Yeah, they're misers. And
Yeah.
so it's we have budgets. Each form of government has a budget, whether you're with the city or the county, the state of Florida, the federal government,
Yep.
even your OUC and your Duke Energy. They have budgets and they manage your money.
Right.
And you notice your power goes up every year because they go before the governance board and they ask to raise your electricity. Who's suffering at the end of the day?
We are.
You are. We are the
Yeah.
people. So if we're not going to these meetings or staying astute to what's going on, we can't just keep sitting around waiting for someone to tell us what they're going to do. Because
Yeah.
by the time they tell us, there's the sheriff with the eviction notice, the bulldozers sitting on the sidewalk, and they're getting ready to tear your house down.
Yeah.
Right.
So you need candidates that are going to make sure that there is no eviction notice, there is no sheriff on the sidewalk with a bulldozer waiting to put you out on the street. Our crime is going up. Every time you turn around and you look in the news, you see
Someone shot.
someone shot today.
And
You see-
multiple.
yeah, multiple people. So there's a shift that's going on in the country, not just
There is.
Orlando. But you have to make sure that your candidates are the right people that are willing to listen, are
Yes.
willing to address any issues that are out there. And if they're not, we got to hold them accountable. We got to make sure that we start going to these
Yep.
meetings. If we got to start meeting the candidates. We got to stop picking someone because the sign is pretty on the side of the road and you know nothing about. You got to make sure that you understand these judges and make sure that the judges are not judges that are going to turn around and convict your loved ones just off the grip for the color of their skin or because they're trying to make some money because they put children in prison and they get kickbacks. You hear the stories
Yeah.
all
This
the
is
time.
horrible.
So you want to make sure that somebody's going to address the needs of the community. And some of those things right now is our homelessness, our crime, and
Our
with this
schools.
permanent, our schools, and with this permanent carry, it's a passport for white supremacy. So you want to make sure that you have someone that is going to listen to you, address your needs, and be accountable to the people. Because at the end of the day, like I said, this is the only business that you are the CEO.
Come on.
You are the president. And if you don't hold your person accountable, get out and vote, then you're going to keep on having the same old, same old. And we've had 20 years of it.
Yeah, isn't that something? It's a little scary. I think that we don't understand the power we have.
That is correct.
We definitely don't use any of the power that we have either. That's for sure. There's a very strong lack of voting in Florida and then the United States in general. But I just want to like reiterate the point that there's $21 billion sitting in the Florida vaults. And every time we say that we can't have better roads, every time we say we can't pay teachers better, every time that we say that we can't get health care, all these issues, but there's $21 billion that are
Wow.
sitting in the vaults in Florida.
Come on.
How can we not do anything, but there's all this money that's left over there?
But that's their slush funds. You know, you'll see them having parties.
Yeah.
And on your dime.
Yep.
You're the
Why can't we
ones-
call it out
Retreat.
and just like
but that's what we need to. You know,
There's not enough of us
it-
voting. And
Well,
you know.
if we
I'll
keep
go into the meetings.
educating and
Yeah.
letting people know, you know, what their power is, you know, the whole world can change for the better. Because then again, you don't
understand
have to
this,
worry
guys.
about. You got homeowners insurance. People are having a hard time getting homeowners insurance.
Yes.
You know, you deal with
Yes.
that. So you know, our when our streets are in bad condition. In my neighborhood, we haven't had our streets paved in 35 years.
oh goodness.
Wow.
So because no one is holding them accountable. But guess what? When it's election time, you can get almost anything you want.
Oh, that's when you start asking and holding them
Yeah,
accountable.
true.
And why is it that a lot of these meetings are being held during the hours that you're at work or you're in school? 2:00, 3:00. It's
Because they
impossible
don't
for me to
want your
get there.
voice.
You hear this, guys? You understand this?
They don't wanna hear
It's been
from
going
you.
on for years.
Yeah.
They
So
make it
I don't
as
know if you
hard as
remember
possible.
when Maxwell Frost went to the Capitol, and was it maybe it's not the Capitol? He went to a meeting that DeSantis was in, and he said, "Get out of here! Nobody wants to hear from you." That's the consensus of all of these elected officials that are not doing the things that you need done for your community,
Yes.
Yeah.
for your family, for your well-being.
That's what I've noticed. Not recently. I've noticed this for a long time. But can we ever get the time to change? Can we ever make a difference in that? I can never make it.
Well-
It's always 3:00 when we're all in school or at work.
You have not because you don't ask.
Yeah. And,
We must get in.
and there's also like early voting and stuff like that we should take advantage of.
Like
you
these
know,
town
like,
meetings or when you're
things like
supposed
that.
to voice your opinion.
Those things can be a little harder to get to.
I've always
'cause
wanted to
those-
go.
Those are tough because
But-
they are like at the most inconvenient times
Yes.
humanly possible. every
But guess
single
what?
time.
When that new iPhone come out, when the new Jordans come out, how many of y'all sitting in those lines?
Some, but not as many.
But,
Not as many.
but those are voters. Those are people
sure.
that should be out there exercising their power
I
to
think
vote.
I think there's also a lot to be said about how can we refranchise a lot of the voters that don't go out to vote, because the biggest voting block in America is actually the non-voting block. There's more people that don't vote
Correct.
than vote, right? So right off the back, we're already starting by being governed by the minority. And then when out of those people that do vote, you know, we're getting into older people, richer people that have the leisure time to be able to miss work. And, you know, we start getting into smaller and smaller fractions. So what we need to do, I believe, is try to get more people to vote by, you know, bringing people like Cynthia on and us ourselves expressing more interest in
Right.
voting and being more active in politics. Because like Prince said, people look up to us. Like we look up to him.
I know, isn't that a beautiful
So
thing?
we need to be that change and get more involved and
That's
go
right.
out and
Yeah.
vote and go to the meetings and talk about it in our social
Right.
media.
Announce it.
And
Put it out there.
Almost like the word of Christ, right? Like
Yeah.
you want to spread it to
There
as
you
many
go.
people as
Well, it's very frustrating because, especially in my community, because when you say, hey, there's a meeting going on and this is what they're going to be voting on, and they say, well, that's what they do. That's what they always do. That's because we let them.
Okay.
And so you have to prioritize what you think is most important to you. If you believe that them coming to knock on your door with the eviction notice is okay, then you're gonna be homeless.
Right.
So if you feel like you're not getting paid enough, you got Disney workers out there protesting for their union.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to understand, during the civil rights movement, people didn't stop protesting or boycotting until change was made. So the change begins with you.
Right.
And we have to work together. We can't just wait for one person to do it. We all have to collectively work together to make sure this thing happens. And that's why it's so important to vote. Because when you're looking at municipality races, less than 3% of the population votes.
Okay.
The rest stay home.
That's sad.
And so early
It is
voting is Monday, October 28th through Sunday, November 3rd. Election day is Tuesday, November 5th. Make sure you check out if you're registered to vote, guys. It's very important. If you could bring any of your candidate friends here, they don't have to be live. They could be over the phone live.
We
not
would
in
love
person.
it.
We would love to speak to them.
Well, I think you should consider having Sam Eames on your
Well,
show.
Let's
set
do
it
it.
up. You set it up.
We're
Yeah,
open.
gotta reach
Let's
out.
go, Cynthia. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes.
We got to get ready to get out of here.
Woo!
Cynthia has some treats for us.
Yes, Cynthia,
What's
please
going
explain.
on with these? What is
Everybody,
going
real
on,
quick,
girl?
if you're not watching, go to peaceonthestreets.com right now. Hit the live button. Watch us right now. You're going to see these treats live in effect. It's insane. Never seen this before. Tell us, Cynthia.
So those are called drunken apples.
Amazing.
Oh boy.
So they are stuffed with cheesecake. It has a chocolate and graham cracker coating.
Come on.
The frosting is vodka infused buttercream,
Oh boy.
topped with a mini Tito's vodka.
Oh man.
We're so excited. We got Titos.
Man,
Come
that's
on.
so dope.
How'd you know, Cynthia? It's right up our alley.
We thank you for bringing in. She always hooks us up with treats.
No,
we
but
try that.
Cynthia, you guys got to check her out. And if you're ever interested in being catered to, this is it. Like weddings or any, I don't want to call you out on that. If it's too much for you.
What all do you do?
But this is very unique, and I would order from her and get this to my family and friends because
Yeah,
this
it's
is
really
so
dope.
unique.
It's so
That's really
different,
dope.
huh?
You can get drunk off an apple.
It looks insanely good. I want to crack it open.
Can we
so
crack this
bad.
open before she leaves, friends?
Yeah.
We're gonna crack this
Well,
open.
we'll get a song in,
And then we're gonna open
then
it.
We'll come back and then we'll give it to me with Miss Angela.
Word.
Let's do it. Cynthia, you're awesome. We'll be right back, guys. Don't leave. I told Cynthia that me and Tito go way back.
Like
Yes,
4
indeed.
flats.
4 flat
And
tires.
she gonna be flat out if she mess with that. She better wait till she get home.
Damn, I gotta do this now. I just got to.
Oh my
Did
goodness.
you guys see this, guys? Look, again, peaceonthestreets.com. Look right now. Watch live. Look, Prince right now is eating the treat. It's amazing, Prince. It looks fabulous. Come on.
Now that's enough. No more. I will not be responsible for you pulling on the side
Yeah,
of the
about
road.
to go into a diabetic shock
This
over
is
there.
insane. This is
With all this.
amazing.
I gotta try it. I mean, I can't just look at Prince have all the fun. There's no way.
I don't even want to destroy it. Like I
Prince,
just,
Prince
it's too
describe
pretty.
it.
Oh,
How's
man.
it tasting?
How does it taste?
Well, I taste the cheesecake. I taste the
You.
the outside. The apple is amazing. You guys.
Oh, it looks
You
great.
gotta try it. Take a bite out of it.
Now that's enough for you.
We gotta take turns because we can't all have our mouth full at the same time. So
I'm just
I'm
afraid
a-
to mess it up. It looks so
I'm-
pretty and nice. It's hooked up.
maybe you want to do the talking or you want to try? Oh, all right. You halfway there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, hold on.
Okay, so
What should I do? The Tito first or the apple?
ooh, take
The
a
apple.
yeah. Take a bite of the
Guys,
apple and
you open
then
my face and
a
leave
bite
my-
of the teeth. Oh man.
Oh my nose.
Oh, it's on the nose. I hope a cop don't stop you on the way home.
That's potent now. The frosting alone is just
Oh
as
my gosh,
potent.
I see it
the,
inside.
the frosting has alcohol in it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
This
You
is
said-
great.
The frosting was what again? Did you say?
It's vodka. It's buttercream vodka infused.
Buttercream
Oh,
vodka
man.
frosting. Okay, heck yeah.
It's so good. I got it all up my nose.
Y'all just greedy.
We just had to try it. It looked too good.
This is fabulous. It's so
Oh, that's so
unique.
good.
It's so different.
I'm gonna have to. I'm calling on Mother's Day for this because if I bring this to my mom, she's gonna be like, "You got amazing friends."
I'm gonna do something a little sus.
You gonna drink it? Oh, look at it. Oh, go Enyo. Go chug. How's it taste?
That was pretty good.
That Tito's insane.
We're just sitting on top. Oh my! I'm trying to take a bite out of this.
That's
bad boy.
amazing. So clever. Cynthia
Listen,
Harris,
I will
happy-
not be responsible for you leaving this station tonight.
Thank you.
You're on your own. She signed a waiver.
Yes, you have. Well, we thank you, Cynthia Harris.
Come on,
Give
Enyo.
us your contact information.
Look at Enyo's
In case-
face.
If you all want some of these drunken apples,
That's
hey,
right.
get in contact with our
Right.
girl,
Oh, my
Cynthia
God.
Harris.
Right.
407-308-2975.
We appreciate you, girl, and we're going to enjoy finish the rest of this apple.
Cut these cameras.
Peace on the streets, you guys. Thank you, Cynthia Harris.
Yeah, Cynthia. Woo-hoo.
Don't forget to vote.
All right, we're going to say rest in peace.
Your boy's
to
buzzing.
Yo, I'm gonna say this though,
the
Prince.
drunken apple.
I got a sugar rush, man.
Yo.
With a little bit of Tito's. It's hitting the spot.
You and I we make such a great collaboration because we just hop on in things and just join things together and. I caught him on a great spot, great moment. I tell you right now, insane.
We just be going at it.
So
We're just going
entertaining
ham.
back here, guys.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
So listen, if you guys want to see behind the scenes, again, peaceonthestreets.com. You can watch us behind the
I
scenes
mean, hey, we have fun
and
behind
see
the
how we're
scenes,
acting
you
in the
know.
studio when we're on air and when the music's playing.
That's
Yeah,
right.
facts.
So entertaining. You guys are awesome. God bless your souls.
Yeah, and we want to give a shout out to Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
You guys know he hadn't been on since what is that? He was on air for 27 years.
Yeah, he was on there for a long
Insane.
time. I remember seeing him when I was sick from school. Yeah.
He was
there.
one of the first politicians. I know that there's a lot of corruption. Let's not be naive, but he was one of the first politicians where he had a stripper on his payroll and paid her through checks, and that's how they caught him.
really?
And so I'm like, why would you?
Jerry
But this is
Springer-
back then, though.
I
you
didn't
know?
even know he was a politician.
I
He
didn't
was.
either.
So he ran for
crazy.
if I'm not mistaken, it was somewhere in his city where he was representing. So they actually didn't vote him in, and he was a few years and got in trouble, got kicked out because of the prostitution. You know, he had a prostitute.
I'm gonna say it now. He burning in hell.
Oh,
in the hell.
why you said it? Well,
Listen,
you know
man.
he aired from 1991 to 2018.
True.
He been off over 10 years?
I don't know, a long time, but
What
I
is
think he
27?
burning in hell
27.
because
Why is that?
the man is a rich white man who exploited the troubles of poor brown and black people for decades to make himself more money while demonizing poverty in itself. He was a mouthpiece for the
Well,
you
they
know,
got
for the
paid. What about the
elites.
$2,000 that they got paid to come on the show?
Do you think $2,000 is worth your dignity?
Well,
I would
yeah.
sure-
Did you
but,
see?
But
he
more
was
to the
on
point,
air for
but more
over
to the point.
27 years.
But that's more to the point, right? People that are desperate are accepting this money because they need it, right?
I can use that $2,000 right now.
the boot of capitalism is what forces people to sell their souls in order for a small amount of money, and like for example, the people that go to like My 1,000-Pound Life, right? Hoarders, all these different shows,
Right.
These are people that are destitute, poor, and under extremely terrible conditions, and then people go and exploit them, make millions of dollars off of them, and leave them in the same condition
yeah,
that they were.
they pretty much
yeah.
stay there.
So they
Isn't
just-
that something?
Well,
It's
not in
just the
hoarders, though.
exploitation
Not
of
in
people.
hoarders. Hoarders get them some help.
A little
They
bit.
can't get therapy
They
as
get-
well.
they give-
a
they make
little
them-
bit of help. They give them this much help, and then they just send them back, and whatever happens to them happens to them. They don't care.
Well, I
They're
mean,
not
I've
checking
kinda
up
been
on
wa-
them.
I don't know.
A lot of the
I-
people
I-
die. Like a lot of the people from like
Lose
the
their
people
homes
from
and-
the people that lose weight. Most of them gain it back. A lot of them die afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's never good. It's only good for the TV
For the
network.
moment.
It's only good for the TV network that's making millions of dollars.
So you
off of
must
these poor
use
people.
them as they're using you.
Well, that's why they
Just
give them that
saying.
$2,000.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you're poor. Here's $2,000. Shut up, and I'm gonna make $3
That's
million
nothing.
off of this
Exactly
show.
that.
Yeah.
That's how it
Right.
goes.
Nothing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
You know, I saw a graph of how wealth is distributed in America. It's out of control, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bottom 50% don't even register on the scale.
Right.
The top 1% has so much money that it's off the charts. It's crazy. And it's even worse than during the French Revolution. You remember
Oh,
when
no.
they like were cutting kings' heads off and
Yes.
stuff? It's worse than then.
Yeah.
We're so
We're greedy. It's a greed, man.
it's a
You-
greedy
I mean,
world.
Capitalism,
this is
like you
gre-
said.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
all the
very
banks that are
greedy.
going down.
Yes,
Right now.
and we're gonna bail them out too.
Oh yeah, yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
We have
Just
to.
imagine. I'm just saying. Just imagine
course.
going to the bank and your money is gone.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the government's like, you know what? We got you, bro. Here's the $3,000 that was in your account.
Yeah.
But they would never do that for us. But when it comes to a
No.
bank that's worth
Right.
billions of dollars,
Yeah.
we gotta get them.
Yeah.
They are boys.
Right. But, this thing is making so much money. These cash registers is ringing. What we got, 54 people in the union?
Yeah.
53, 54, something like that?
What?
So
you
we
mean?
getting paid. We getting paid. I mean, for us, United States, how many states is it? In the
Oh.
United
50.
States? Is it 50 or 52?
50.
50.
is.
I mean, Puerto Rico's not
Puerto
really.
Rico.
and
Puerto
Virgin
Rico's a state,
Islands, the
yeah.
Bahamas. I
They're
mean,
But they
territory.
it's
get,
territory, yeah.
Well, they getting a little money from them. I'm sure.
Of
they
course.
They ain't over
Tourism.
there for no. They
Oh,
ain't,
yeah, we
They
have
ain't
fun.
over there for no reason.
No, with
No,
tourism,
the-
money.
The whole point of how we have them is that we get to exploit them without giving them anything.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And we get more
They don't
money
get
over
pensions or anything
tourism,
like
yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the same. They're screwed.
It's yeah.
They
but-
need the money though, because when we're connected by Miss. By the way, big shout out to Miss Angela from Miss International World. She's feeling a little bit under the weather, so we didn't do our highlights this Wednesday. But big shout out to her because she has great communications.
She's been
with,
here like steady.
Numerous amount of
She never
times.
misses.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe a couple of
She
times.
doesn't.
Yeah,
So she
maybe.
has a form of communications with the tourism portion of the Bahamas. So that's why we go there and compete. She has a connection with them
Right.
to bring in the tourism because they need the money. And
Yes,
like
they
you're
do.
saying, it's
Yep.
them needing us.
That
for that
tourism is
portion.
super important for
Yes.
so many countries. They would die without it.
Yeah,
will.
because the Bahamas, man, they've been making money for years. And I have a friend from the Bahamas, and he said he couldn't wait.
They're such beautiful people.
He couldn't wait for the Americans to come over
They,
there.
yeah, they love us.
Yeah, man.
And
it bring
when I
them
go out
money.
there, there's good-looking
Yeah,
people
what-
out there in the
what do you-
Bahamas. I'm saying, good-looking people.
What do you guys think about all the bank failures recently? Like,
I know.
How does that strike you?
Well,
Like,
I've learned from my dad being in the military. He's always taught me. I mean, I'm sorry to say, I'm gonna call it out, but he don't even trust the government himself, and he works for them, and he's in the military. That's sad when you
Yeah.
start hearing. But a lot of them think that way.
That's
Yeah,
right.
most of
Because they know the inside. So
Yeah.
he's always told me don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's
To
right.
make sure you spread out to different banks or also keep some at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case. I mean, you might go to the bank and like they did.
And I do
with,
that. I do
they
that
be
right
like,
now.
man, hey, you can't get your money.
Sorry, bro, we don't got your money.
I have three guys. I have three different bank accounts, and I have money hold at home in a safe.
Right.
Like if they all shut or one shuts, I can at least pay my mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My car payment. God forbid, next 3-4 months, and I have to figure out a plan.
How about you, Prince? What do you think about it?
I just think it's all garbage. I mean, I don't like it. I mean, they have us by the balls. Because all,
Yeah.
Excuse, can we
I
say
feel
balls?
you.
We can say
We
balls.
already did.
We're not gonna get fined.
We already did it. So
Sorry. But you know what I'm saying? I just think,
That's
man,
facts, though.
everything's online.
Yeah.
You just go online, and all our information is there
Yeah.
and everything. I just don't trust it, man.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel like, what can I do about it? That's the way I see it. It's
Well,
like,
you
I
know,
don't
put all
care,
your money in the
you know,
bank.
like,
Yeah, you know, don't put all
I
your
don't-
cheddar.
I don't have that much money. Let's
Okay.
be real.
Gotcha.
You know
Okay,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
Am I gonna miss the couple, like the couple bucks that are in the bank account?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll miss it.
Yeah.
But you know,
Life goes on.
Life goes on. You know what
It
I mean?
has to.
But that's why the older people back in the days, they put money, who they say, up on
Spread
their
it.
mattresses.
I'm
and
telling
all that
you,
kind
like
of
my
stuff.
dad said, I listen to the insiders, and I'm doing so.
You guys
I've
want to talk
spread it.
some conspiracy theories?
Let's
What's
go,
up?
Enyo.
Okay, well, I've been hearing a lot that they're gonna make a federal digital currency, so everyone is no longer gonna accept cash.
Right.
What do you guys think about that?
That's-
Would it be good? Would it be bad if they just took cash away all of a sudden? They're like, no one takes cash anymore. Everything's got to be this digital currency.
I feel
from
like
the
that's
Fed.
in the making, and I've always that's how I felt.
I
That
don't
it's
like
always
it.
gonna be. It's gonna like money's gonna be obsolete soon. Like cash
Right.
flow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it for memories. It might be a value to it later on, but I'm still gonna keep my cash, and that's what I
Yeah.
have saved in my home.
And so
right?
now that's going to hurt a lot of businesses that take cash and don't do all their reporting. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah, that's
now
true.
now they're
is gonna hurt
monitoring everything. That
because they
comes
could get
in.
tax free stuff be doing so. There's businesses that take cash only, so they
Yeah.
don't have to report. So
Yeah.
you're saying that that's
Yeah.
gonna stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's gonna stop them from getting that tax.
Because the-
Exactly.
'cause the
So
feds are
now
gonna
we
be
see
like,
everything
no,
coming in.
No more cash.
No, I don't
No
like
more
it. Not
cash.
doing it.
I don't like
because
it
they're gonna
either.
start
Me
tracking absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
That happens.
Everything.
Absolutely not.
And
No.
that's what'll make him want to do it.
We must fight
because
no.
They'll say,
Yeah.
say no.
No.
It's just
we
like,
want
how can
cash.
we can't do anything about it. If they decide to do it, what
Well,
are we
we
gonna
learned-
do?
we
Same
learned
like
with
with the banks. The banks are going. What are we gonna do about it?
We learned with Corona that we ain't in charge of nothing. They can do whatever the hell they want.
You know what?
They
That was a
showed
test.
us.
That was
They
a test.
showed us.
That's right.
Guys, don't be naive.
They
Let's not
showed
be.
us.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They ain't
Keep it
lying.
real. They literally shut us down, and we're like, okay, like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had to deal with this.
But you know
I
what?
like that they shut us down, and where are all the gun people that are like, I have my AK-47
Yeah,
so that I
my
can fight the
freedom.
government.
Yeah.
Where was the fighting, bro?
Exactly.
Where was the fighting?
But you know what? They had to shut this place down because of infrastructure. Because, you know what I'm saying, they had to get this. A lot of
Yeah.
roads was fixed.
Yeah.
A lot of restaurants was changed. I went in with a couple of Red Lobsters and said, well, when y'all do all of this? It was time. They have to shut this thing down so they can redo things. A lot of restaurants that got facelifts. It's hard to shut it down
lot
to
of
get this
them-
stuff. It's open 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them are having troubles now. McDonald's is having trouble because they keep raising the prices. The McChicken's like $3, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you
No
guys talking
way.
about,
Yeah,
dog?
man.
Like, nobody goes to McDonald's because they like it. They go because it's cheap.
Right. Well, you know, you got
That's
a lot
it.
of McDonald's lovers too, boy. I had stopped over there, and the line was wrapped around the building. I went and got their Sunday. I love their Sundays. But what pissed me off, they don't have the nuts. You know what I'm
They
saying?
took away
had
the nuts.
They took away these nuts.
They took away
They
the
didn't have
nuts.
these nuts.
That's fast. I knew you guys were gonna go off on this. That's fast. That's it.
McDonald's doesn't even give
I
you
was
nuts.
waiting for
bro.
this. This is the
Damn,
men. This is the men right here.
They taking it all the way.
y'all
Well,
keep-
I'm thinking like, yo, a combo from McDonald's is coming out to like $12.
Sure is.
Why don't I go to Chick-fil-A?
Just go to a restaurant.
Chipotle.
Just go to a
Yeah,
restaurant.
or like
Yeah,
a Ruby
right.
Tuesdays, bro. You can
Not
go
to
Ruby
mention it's
Tuesdays,
low
get
quality
some for
meat,
that.
low quality.
That's the worst part. It's garbage.
I mean, if you talking about that'll have your head hurting, McDonald's, that sausage and biscuit.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my
Your
goodness.
head hurting?
And that
It's
that
like,
hash
what,
brown is
6
full of grease.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you
greasy as
squeeze
hell.
that thing out,
Yeah.
you be like, God, man.
Ow!
Oh yeah.
It's over, guys.
Oh,
Over
man.
too quick.
Well, listen,
Gone
we're
too
just gonna
soon,
close it
man.
off now, but you must stay because we're gonna have the rest of the music playing with commercial free.
That's rich. You guys, you can't beat that. I mean, commercial free.
Come on.
And we got sports talk coming on for
That's
a little
right.
bit.
Yeah.
So we got Isaac Coleman, big shout out to him, Full Sail University intern that has been with us for about maybe now a month. And he just started live with us last week, was it?
2 weeks.
2
maybe?
weeks ago. Isn't it amazing? So we're getting these interns coming in live and actually producing their work live on radio for the first time ever.
Yeah.
It's insane seeing their face, their reactions, and seeing like, and by the way, their family members are following us now.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like, it's
that's
amazing
nice.
to see the support that they have, the love. They're so excited.
Yeah, and so for sports talk, we can even mention sports talk. How you feel about LeBron James
How do you feel?
at this time of his career?
Well, first of all, off skirts from playing, I finally see his hairline receiving, and I see that he doesn't have that fake hair,
It's- yeah.
and we
Yeah.
can see the bald spot now.
Right.
So I'm finally like, LeBron, you're growing up.
Yeah. It's been a while. He's been dying that thing for a while.
Oh, he's been having that fake like hair.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
hair for a
Just,
little
I'm
bit.
just saying.
Right. I mean, you know, you see a lot of the NBA players go, I guess, because of the pressure.
I just don't understand why he doesn't go to Turkey and just get a hair transplant. And
You
don't
know.
forget to go out and vote, people.
Come on.
Yeah, you guys got to go out and vote. It's not the presidency race that you need
It's
to be
not.
worried about.
It's really
your
not.
local.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's so hard to get that through to
Right.
people.
It's
that they
hard.
won't come out and support their local.
I think the
officials.
marketing or the exposure is not there, but I think you guys got to understand they're not going to really say much because they want to run it.
Yeah.
You must understand, get into your research,
It's
see.
a little bit of the sacrifice as well. They make it really hard. They
Hard.
make it inconvenient. Make sure that it's when you're working, so you got to ask your boss
Always.
for time off to go
Working
vote.
hours.
Yeah.
It's all this stuff that makes it so hard, man. But still, you got to go out and do it. You got to find the time. It's a sacrifice, but it's a worthy sacrifice.
Because
at the
people
end of the day-
sacrifice for you to be able to go vote.
Yeah.
For us to go vote. So that's why I do it. Just in honor that people
It makes
that I
me
knew.
so angry when people say voting doesn't matter. Like, if it didn't matter,
Why?
they wouldn't have fought so hard to keep us from voting.
Exactly.
They would have just let us
Trump
vote.
would have lied on
We
the
had-
votes. Trump would have
yeah.
been suing each
Yo,
state.
we had people shot, dogs chased after
Yeah.
us.
You
so we
had
can
Trump
vote.
suing
Yeah,
because of the
like,
votes. It doesn't say something.
It matters. Like, it obviously matters.
Did you know, when they used to say whites only,
Yeah.
black people would go to jail? What you did know, that if whites went in blacks only, they went to jail.
I did not know this.
Yeah, I didn't
Really?
either. I ran across
sure
the
about
first.
this?
I ran across the first article on Cynthia Harris' pages.
Cynthia Harris is a beast, man. I love her.
Her page is amazing.
She's
with
so
all
informative.
history and stuff like that.
That's what we need.
He was the first white man to go to jail by entering black only, where it said colored.
Crazy.
I didn't even know that was
this
possible.
racism hurts everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like Martin Luther King said himself, like it is not only black people that are oppressed, but it is also the oppressor who is oppressed by racism.
So do you know some people said the Dream really kind of hurt it when he would say that he want all us to play together, be together.
Yeah.
Or the reason why whites never fought to come to our place of businesses. We was fighting to come to theirs.
Right.
To be able to come to theirs.
Well-
and so what happened with black businesses, now since the blacks are able to go to the whites, guess where they stopped going to?
The black
The
business.
black businesses. And that's why a lot of them went out of business. They said that's why it kind of hurted the black Americas. Black people stopped going to their own
So
black businesses.
let me say this. Come on, keep it real, because that's what we do. Peace on the streets.
Yep.
Why? And I know you've told me before. What is the hardship with blacks supporting blacks?
Black support. Well, some feel like they don't want to be the next man doing good, and it came from slavery. What happened is that they would put one person over everybody, and so everybody's trying to come up, and everybody is like crabs in the bucket, pulling everybody down.
Yeah.
They do not support. I mean, it's some black
But why is
people
it to this
support.
day the same? And I'm not saying it out of my words. You said it, and a lot of others say it, and I actually do see it, and I get it. Because when I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, it happens.
When you go into a Latino community, I could be the smallest bug on the rug, and they will support me like I am the best
That's
ever.
right. Exactly.
Why is this?
I don't understand it. I don't know if it
Yeah.
still come from slavery or
definitely
whatever. It's a
definitely
mindset.
bit of the racism. You know, it's like they bred you here to believe that only white businesses are good.
That's
only
right.
white businesses
Interesting.
are responsible.
Yep.
They have the better this. They have the better that.
Yeah.
And when you see another black person doing it, you're like,
Yeah, $30. Shoot, you
And
know.
there's
So we
also
must
a
change
lot
that.
of like white businesses have had hundreds of years to exist.
Yes.
And get better.
And inherited
and
it,
get good.
and all of that
and
nature.
inherit
Yep,
it.
just
and
saying.
Because
make
they
money.
say that
A lot of black businesses and Spanish businesses are
Straight
starting
they said
from
the
zero.
black businesses
Yes.
are higher
It's a lot
because
harder.
certain of course we're going to be higher than certain companies. Certain companies can go in and buy a big bulk of things.
Yeah.
When you're a small business, you can only buy so much, so your price is a little higher.
Yeah.
You know.
It's always going to be a little
So I'm
harder.
gonna say this, regardless of race and all, because I know racism has, has a factor.
Everything to do
Yeah,
with
I mean, I guess.
everything.
But I'm just say this: like, support people. Period. Small businesses,
Yeah.
you local people. Don't destroy your city. Don't go into these businesses and destroy them. If that's your word, that's what you're trying to do. It's not doing anything. It's hurting the people. It's hurting you.
Yeah.
It's hurting your own peers.
Right.
Support the people, small businesses. Don't bomb your city. Don't
Yeah.
destroy
Go
your
riot
city.
at Walmart.
Yeah, go to those large corporate. Go to like
That's the
the
ones to go
states,
to.
Target.
DC.
Target.
Go to those guys where
Bank
it
of
matters.
America,
Yeah.
Chase, Lockheed Martin.
So stop hurting each other, guys. Stop hurting each other.
Yeah.
And then another thing with black businesses is that you have to come up to par.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People are saying now is that they really don't care if you're small or not, but I'm not gonna come in and get bad service.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
that's
gonna come
also
in and get
true.
bad service. So you know.
But you know, and we have it really good here in Florida.
Interesting.
Like, let's be real. Like, Florida, New York, and California and Texas are the best states in all of America.
Right.
Everywhere else, it's so much. Where it's like when I go camping,
no.
I do a lot of traveling through really small towns in
Okay.
places like North Carolina,
Right.
Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama,
Uh-huh.
and some of these places. The only place that they can go for shopping is a Walmart that sometimes will be an hour away.
Right.
There's nothing around them. There's like a couple of small little tiny shops
Yeah.
that have a thing or two.
Right.
Everything else, everyone's got to haul their butt all the way to Walmart that's an hour away. Because Walmart comes in, they make everything super cheap, run everyone out of business. Once all the businesses are out of business, they raise their prices.
Yep.
They have captured the working marketplace because everyone that was working at these small shops now has to work at Walmart.
Right.
They don't pay them enough to make a living wage. So the people that are working at Walmart are on food stamps.
Uh-huh.
And then all the small businesses from that area are destroyed.
And
now
that's what they said.
everyone
The
is
big
caught.
corporations hurt us.
They do nothing but hurt. us.
Home Depot,
that's
those
what they
big
do.
places that killed the mom and pop little local hardware
Yep.
stores.
And I think
You
that's
know.
one of the things that Mexico has on the U.S. to this day is that there's a lot of mom and pop shops still.
Really?
Nice.
If you go to Mexico, there's so many
Sorry to hear
just
this.
small, tiny
would
mom and
love to go
pop
to
shops
Mexico.
everywhere. Little
go
bodegas,
so
little
bad.
tiendas, little tianguis,
wanna
the
go so bad.
taquero, the dude that sells tamales.
Uh-huh.
All these people
tamales.
exist in your local environment, right?
Right.
So you wake up and you hear outside tamales. There's some dude that's selling tamales, right?
Okay.
He gets a little piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Then later on, you go down a block and there's like the guy that sells the tacos that has a little stand right there. And it's his place. It's not Red Lobster.
Right.
That's a big company that's completely
Yeah.
detached
Corporate
from you.
chain.
That guy lives there. He lives in that neighborhood.
Right.
He makes his tacos there,
Yep,
and
it's the
everyone
best place.
and he gets
Best
a
thing
little
to do.
piece of the pie. And there's a lot of this living that comes from that is completely absent here in America. Here
Huh.
it's like go work at Disney, go work at a bar,
So corporate only.
corporate only. And if you happen to be a business owner, your only way to be a successful business owner, like to get really successful, is to exploit people. Because there ain't no big successful business owners that didn't exploit people to get
Right.
money. You got to pay people as little as possible, charge your customer as much as possible, and that's really the only way.
And
I'm,
see,
I'm
Nina-
glad he said that because I'm gonna tell you this, Prince, real quick. Sorry to cut you off.
You're right.
I've learned as getting older, I really stay focused on supporting small businesses.
Yes, and see, and then back in the days, black people was striving. They had their own. They burn it down.
In our face, in the history
In
books that
ma-
they took away right now in our school systems,
Yeah.
they didn't even talk about that.
Exactly.
And so they don't even tell you what's real. They burned the city down. They burned. They took everything away from
and
them.
I can show you. I got an article that I have, and I post it every now and then. It had to be at least about 50 of those bombings where they come in and burn the whole town
Which is going to get me
down.
angry because I hate talking about these things, but we must speak about it. But that's their generational wealth that they just destroyed.
Yeah.
And that's why right now most of them got that generational wealth and they go
Yes.
into it.
And they
Exactly.
took it. They
And that's
stole
why
all
I'm
of it.
always pushing reparation.
Yep.
Reparation, because if you start talking so deep in
Ooh,
it,
let's do it.
that they owe us so much money, you know what I'm saying? Because we helped build this country, and they just capitalized off of it, and you gave us peanuts.
Yeah.
So reparation is a must, but
They're never gonna do
Well,
it.
And it's some of them think that that's like so far-fetched. That's not real. Let's just be real. Let's understand the logistics of history.
Yeah.
What happened before our time? It happened.
Yes,
and we must like try to make the change for the future, which is happening right now.
Yeah.
And the younger generation is actually more open-minded to getting involved with each other.
Nice.
And they even stopped bullying. Like just stopping that aspect
It's a
of it.
different kind of bullying now. But
It is. It's a whole different level because of social media and so
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah,
But they are
social media
stopping
is
that. They're
brutal.
getting in on that. So they're stopping things that are destroying.
Yeah, I mean,
them.
it's never been popular to be a bully, right? It's just the negative aspects of society creep in because there's pressure, right? Kids are under pressure.
Everywhere.
They feel like they're going to get shot while they're going to
That
school.
is crazy.
They have like all this pressure to get into a good school, even though they also know that school loans are a scam and they see that there's no future. They're worried about climate.
STEM
crisis.
programs are kind of a scam too.
It's everything's
I'm
so
glad
hard.
we're talking about this
Everything's
because
hard.
we got introduced to a STEM program and we're realizing that that was actually a scam to the nature of you're just capital money. It wasn't
Right.
really about what they're going to offer you and if they're help. And so I had to pull one of my kids out of that. I just realized that 2 days ago.
College has really bammed America. I mean, that's been another. I mean, they hit you with the books.
Education,
I
though,
mean,
that's a low blow.
That's a lot.
Like we're over
of
here
money,
thinking like it's a
man.
lifetime opportunity.
It used to be
and
basically
you're
free.
capitalizing it.
You know until when? Until they decided that black people could join. And
Oh,
all of a sudden,
I believe it just
they
like
were
that.
like,
Okay.
defund.
Whoa.
It's like they did with everything. Parks, schools.
Yes.
All the good things that America had, as soon as they allowed other people into it, as soon as they were like, okay, women can get in, black people can get in, Mexican. As soon as they did that, they were like, yeah, we're going to cut off the funding for everything.
Yeah.
Everything is going to go straight to the top. Only if you're rich can you get anything.
Exactly.
Because who's the rich people?
Yep.
I think we all know.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Because they took it from us.
And with that note, I think it's about time we
It's time to
wrap
wrap
this
this
up.
up. We had a
Yes.
good show.
So I
Yes, we
appreciate
did.
you guys always speaking the truth. It means everything, and our audience is listening, and they know the truth.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being with us on Peace on the Streets radio show, guys. The saddest thing is wasted talent. Don't waste the gift that God has given you. Understand that.
Buenas noches. Tocando.
Go full force and never let fear or intimidation stop you. Buenas noches.
Yeah, bony knees to you and Neo. You know what I'm saying? Thank you all a lot
You guys
for
are awesome.
tuning in.
Have a great
We'll be
night.
back on next Wednesday from 9 to 12. You guys be safe. Check on your loved ones.
Guys, check on each other.
Yeah.
Care about each other. Make a change, man. If
That's
not,
right.
we're making it happen. Come on.
Right here
Peace
on
on the
Peace
Streets
Street.
Radio. We love you, Orlando.
Yeah, yeah.
Ow.